reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. This is your first time watching me on this channel. You are highly welcome. This is the place where I separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about a very important topic, which is how to use African spirituality to empower yourself to become wealthy and self-sufficient. This is a very important topic today because this is something that affects a lot of practitioners, and I see this every day and I am not happy about it, and I want to talk about it today. The fact of the matter is that African spirituality, as you know, it's the core of our spiritual essence. It is that aspect of the African consciousness that connects into divinity, that source, the thing that people like to call God, or science we like to call 0 point energy, or divinity, the grand creator, supreme creator, that our view that connects us to this person, that our understanding of the universe is our African spirituality. Now, if you have a complete understanding of this very thing, not even complete, let's say an average understanding, you are not supposed to be a poor person, because it is very clear, easy to understand, practical, and logical. So it pains me or it saddens me when I see people that practice African spirituality or claim to practice African spirituality, and they still struggle with basic necessities in life. So this is what is shocking me. You cannot be practicing and say you have a understanding, an average of an understanding of nature, and yet you still struggle with basic necessities like knowing no knowledge of self, or struggling with things like shelter, clothing, feeding, basic necessities, and you at the same time you say you are like you are a living deity, or you are following a powerful deity, or you are the embodiment of the consciousness of a active deity, a active principle in Africa. And this person is an adult, usually more than 25 years, 30 years, 40 years, and they claim that I practice African spirituality, but the person to pay house rent na problem, to even eat better food na problem, to do many things, basic things na problem. So what tells me is that problem is in this person's life. This person does not have a direct connection with the divinities representing the principles of abundance, or there's some problems affecting the person's life, maybe spiritual problem. If it is spiritual problem, then we will look for techniques to solve them, and those solutions must be in African spirituality. Now, when we don't find these solutions, then there's another problem that is happening. It can be economic problems. We'll have to trace the source of these problems. Whatever the case is, we must trace the source of those problems. They say a problem shared is solved, so that we can solve it, so that that person have to be well. This is why we are all here on this planet as students of life. We study life to know how to navigate, how to become better people, how to gather experiences for probably our next incarnation, or just to come here to see how it is to be in the human form, to see how it is to live with other aspects of nature or expressions of nature. So if you say you are a practitioner, you must have a certain level of understanding which should give you the wisdom and power to navigate life to a certain extent, to avoid certain things. One of these wisdom will be to know how to live according to your means, quote, according to your material, not according to your size. Most people that are suffering today, I don't want to go to the economic side, let me just say average, I will get there, because we like to blame people, in as much like we like to blame our irresponsible governments for our level of poverty. On your own individual level, what are you doing to mitigate against the effects? Same hardship we are experiencing in our societies today. Ancient people also experienced hardship in nature without corruption. Imagine people that were living in the earth, let's say 800 years ago, 1000 years ago. They didn't have this level of technology. They don't have capitalism. They didn't have these mainstream religions that are bushering everywhere. The colonization had not even started yet. They were living in dense jungle, serious jungles filled with a lot of animals attacking them daily. They were still engaging themselves. They were exposing to the weather conditions of sun, rain, typhoon, earthquakes. Despite all this, they were able to survive. Despite the difficulties of the earth, they survive and they strive, and their children are still here today. Imagine people living in the Sahara Desert about 2,000 years ago. Under the scorching sun, people live there. They survive. Their children are still here today. People live on the water, beside the rivers. They survived. If those people can survive those ash elements with whatever wisdom they have, why, now that we have a certain level of comfort to protect us against those elements, we are still complaining about surviving in this modern day? Now we have houses. We are not exposed to ash elements anymore. We are not exposed to wild animals attacking us anymore. We have a new form of threat now. Capitalism, dog eating dog, or humans coming after other humans. We don't really have to complain. We need to find a way to live in this situation and overcome the situation. This is why we have common sense. Now, in African spirituality, your common sense must not be dead. You have brain. Divinity or God gave you a brain to use it to think. Why were you given a brain to think? Because you are supposed to solve problems in life. And we have this brain. But some people are not using it. This is the problem. Religion deceives some people not to use their brain. That don't worry about the thinking. We'll do the thinking for you. Just believe in us. Believe in anything. Follow us. Do anything we tell you to do. This is the best option for you. This is the only option for you. This is the only way that we save you. If you listen to us, you'll be fine. And we listen to them. Our parents listen to them. A lot of people are listening to them, but are they still fine till today? Many of them are not fine, which means we have to go back to using our thinking. In African spirituality, we are not encouraged to believe in things, especially without facts and evidence. We are here to think. We are encouraged to think. And we think. You must think. So, as an adult, as you claim that you are made in the image of God, which means you are a manifestation of something greater than you in physical form, you have to express the powers of that Godhood, which is to manifest the things that you want in life. At least basic things in life: shelter, food, clothing, security should be present in your life. This will show that, yes, you have power. You are representing something higher, a higher principle. You have dominion. Now, if you can't find this dominion in yourself as a human being, something is wrong. It means that you are a slave or you are a victim. A god cannot also be a victim. So you cannot practice African spirituality, especially for so long, and still be a victim of circumstances, a victim of reality, a victim of your government, a victim of religion, a victim of ignorance, a victim of poverty, or sorrow, pain, and all evil things in society, and still claim that you are a practitioner of African spirituality. It means you are not practicing it well, or you don't know what you are practicing. In African spirituality, we use common sense. The first thing is common sense. And common sense is very, very important. Okay, first thing about common sense is that you have to depend on yourself, especially if you want to succeed in life. You must focus on yourself first before even any deity. Praying to a deity to give you money. The deity don't need money for anything. How can he give you money? It is you that need money in this physical world. So for you to get that money, you need to find a way to create value or a service that people will want to exchange money for. This is what will make you wealthy in life. If you have this sort of lifeline, you have to enlarge it or expand on it to make money. This is how you get money in life, not praying for money, not waiting for money. You have to do something to get that money, to exchange that money. So when you see people that not having job or not doing anything to exchange that money, they will remain poor. Okay, they remain poor. And we must not depend on people to help us. If you're depending on people to help you without thinking of doing something for yourself, creating a business and focusing on the business to make that business grow, you are going to be poor. Meaning you are not practicing the things that you are supposed that will give you that wealth. If you say because I practice African spirituality, I am supposed to be wealthy, you are just a big liar. You will suffer, and you will suffer till you die. A lot of people now are running into African spirituality thinking that once they come in, they will get money because they recognize the ancestors, that the ancestors will just be blessing them and pouring water on their head every day because they were able to wake up from the falsity of Christianity. So therefore, the ancestors must open door for them. Who told you that? It is not like that. We are the embodiment of the ancestors. So you have to work. You have to do something better thing. They say if you do better thing, money will come. You have to find something doing that will bring that money to your life. Now you need the money, not be the ancestors need the money, not be the juju need the money. Now you and I need them. So you must do something. If you are not doing something at your age, 30, 40 years, you have not found something tangible, you have not been able to discover your talent, or some people discover their talent, but they are ashamed of practicing their talents because people will laugh at them. There you will remain poor, prepare to remain poor, to sleep in a bed of poverty for the rest of your life. Whether you like to practice African spirituality or not, now poverty be your portion in this reality. Okay, so you must learn how to do by yourself. Even like you know all the names of all the deities, all the conjurations, but you don't find a way to bring value into the life of people or create services, engage in something gainfully that will enable people to exchange money for you, you go poor. Another thing again is not to depend on people. Depending on the promises of people, trusting that this person will help you, that brother will help you, that old friend will help you, it will make you a poor man. People will disappoint you because everybody takes their self as first priority. They take their family as first priority. So what makes you think somebody will want to give you extra cash just because they know you before, or that person is your brother or your sister? Nobody owns you anything as an adult. Nobody owns you anything. So don't carry your problem to come and be giving your fellow man that is hustling to come and be solving. Don't think that it will go well. The person, it's not a good thing to do. Okay, a lot of people, they try this nonsense in African spirituality. They find somebody, they want to come and be attaching themselves to the person's business. You want to spoil the person's business. A sane person that I know what they are doing, they don't allow any Tom, Dick, and Harry to just come into their business to come and spoil the business for them. And I will encourage people, don't hire people that you hire, make sure you can hold them to a certain level of accountability. Don't involve family and friends in your business too much, especially when you know that you can't do them anything if they take your money and run away. You cannot hold them accountable. This will fall your business. So anything that is bringing money for you, you should hold it seriously. You should take it very, very seriously. You should not play with it. If you know that your job is sustaining you, take your job seriously. Do the best at that job so that you will not get fired. Also, everything to do your best to keep the job. Any business that is bringing money for you, do it seriously. Okay, this is very, very important. A lot of people do not do this. A lot of people do not consider this. Whether you practice African spirituality or not, if you not take your business well, your business will not take you well. Okay, this will cause problem for you. So it doesn't matter whether you practice African spirituality or not. This will happen naturally. Then another thing again is that if you are a fixed salary earner, or somebody that earns salary, a fixed salary earner, make sure that you have to find something else to supplement your salary. Okay, you have to find something else to supplement your salary, in the sense that it will not always be enough for you, and you can get fired at any time. So you must do something else to make extra money. Most people have salary on the salary scale, and they want to become millionaires. So you go and do a spell to become a millionaire when they are paying you about $1,000 a month. How is it possible? And you spend all your time in that job. I don't think that spell will work, because your life is only restricted to the salary you earn monthly and annually, which is in this case $12,000. So it will be very hard for you to become a millionaire in this regard. So the best thing for you is to maybe open a private business, another company, where you can be doing business that will expose you to the kind of money you are looking for, unlimited abundance. Okay, so you need to do something else that will give you that big money that you are looking for. And a lot of people don't have this realization because they have failed in that regard. So you must try your best to do something to do the needful in this case. So you must not depend on your salary alone. It is very, very important that you take this into consideration before you come to African spirituality asking for spell to become a millionaire or a billionaire. Okay, if you are a salary earner, think of what else you can do to add to your salary, so that you can expose yourself to the kind of money that will help you, or that you are thinking of manifesting. Then a lot of people that claim to practice, once again, you say you practice African spirituality, but we don't see any aspect of it you are promoting. The spirituality, we don't see it in reality. African spirituality composed of the culture, tradition, which involve it can involve music, the musical aspect, creating songs. It can involve dressing, our traditional clothing, costumes. It can also involve art and craft, architecture, creating made in African products, from food to drinks to any kind of thing that is pro-African, that reflects our culture. It can involve jewelries, can involve our cultural items, sales or creation of these items. But a lot of practitioners, they don't do anything pertaining to our promoting or advancing our African culture. A large number of practitioners does nothing in this regard. So this helps to kill the culture. If you are a practitioner, you must find one thing that is pro-African that you are doing. Add it to your business line. If you are good in carving sculptures like this, you can be doing it. If you have that, if you're an artist, you do artwork to reflect African spirituality. If you know how to do beads, you know how to do jewelries, you have to be doing this. If you know how to sing, you have to sing songs. If you can write, like my own passion is writing, you write. All these things that we promote the culture, you do it. Okay, because if you don't do it, the culture dies. If it doesn't die, somebody else will take over. But when you do these things, you find out that you will be making money as well. Then wealth will be flowing through you. Don't just practice African spirituality than doing only libation alone. Any talent you have, plug it into the practice. Use that talent to promote the practice. This is how you can make money as a practitioner of African spirituality. But a lot of people don't do this, or maybe they don't know this. And I often tell them, when I meet fellow practitioners, I like to see their own contribution. But most times I see them do nothing. They only do spells just to help themselves. And it is more than just spell casting and doing ceremonies. and dancing. Oh, dancing is good. Yes, you can be a dancer, go to parties, dance to culture. It's also a good thing, but we need to do more. That is what I'm trying to say. I want every practitioner to add their talents to promote and advance African spirituality. Because if we don't do it, other people will do it. Let me give an example. If you notice the Chinese people now, you will see that Chinese people, they have taken over or infiltrated almost every aspect of our culture, especially in Africa, in the whole world. When you talk of clothing, you want to buy clothes, cheap quality clothes, Chinese people is there. Electronics, phones, iPads, any kind of electronic stuff, they are there already. You want to talk of architecture, building roads, building bridges, they are there. You want to talk about any kind of aspects of life, household items, any aspect of living, Chinese people are already positioned. They will sell you the cheap products, and if you want the quality one, they will give you. If you want the low quality one, they will still give you. They are there in every level, and they are competitive. Their price are very competitive. You just cannot compete with them. They will give you the lowest price. People will buy from them. The way they have taken over the market, they will mark it up to where they want it to be. The only aspect of our life that Chinese people have not infiltrated is our African spirituality right now, in case you don't know. This is the only aspect the only segment that Chinese people have not been able to take over in Africa. And for very good reasons. You know why? People like me are blocking them out of it. A lot of times, Chinese people have approached me that they want to join my program. I have refused. And if I see any Chinese person saying they want to join my program to learn African spirituality, I always say no. I don't teach them. This is for good reasons. And because I know that if I teach these people, I start teaching Chinese people, they are going to take over our spiritual practice. How will they do that? They were going to start manufacture spiritual products. You're going to start seeing our beads and our stuff that we are using, our artifacts, all this African stuff. They are going to start making them in China. All our stuff you see, our cowries, or our soaps, our items, even our herbs, that we start manufacturing everything in China, growing everything in China. And guess what? They will start selling it to African people at a very, very cheap rate. That people will buy it. People will start buying it. Then we're going to flood the market with our stuff. That people will be forced to buy it. And once we start buying from China, it is over for the indigenous people in Africa. Okay, once you start buying from them, when they think they have taken over the market, they will not increase the price to anywhere they want it. That way, they have taken our spiritual consciousness away from us. Just the way they did with the Christians. If you notice now, all the Bibles coming to Africa are printed in China. And Chinese people are not even Christian. All the musical instruments these so-called religious people are using in their church are all made in China. From the keyboard to the band to the piano to the speakers, everything are manufactured in China, including the Bible. The microphone that the pastor is using to preach to his congregation is made in China. Everything made by them. They're just laughing at you while you're planning to go heaven. They are taking over every space for you. So there is need for us to invest in our own culture. If we don't do it, these people will take over everything, especially our spirituality. Before, alligator pepper will be imported from China, kola nut will be imported from China. It don't finish now. What is left in African spirituality? All our deities are going to be produced and shipped to us from China if we allow this to happen. So this is why I don't teach them. Okay, I make sure that no, it's not going to come through me. If they want to do it, let them go to another place to do this rubbish. But it's not me that we sanction this rubbish for them, because they are going to destroy African spirituality. Right now, it has not been infiltrated, and we need to keep it that way so that future people have a chance, and our people that are waking up, we have opportunities to grow, to expand, and to find something to do. So it's very, very important that we come into this practice. If you have any talents, please use it to promote the practice. I am begging you today, because a lot of us don't think this way. And we just think that all we need to do is to pour libations, and ancestors will start spraying us money from the spirit world, because we remember them with one shot of ogogoro every day. No, you must add value. You must put your energy into it. This is how you make money from it. Okay, so if you know how to write books, write books. If you can write poems, write poems. If you can do videos, do videos. If you can do beads, you can sell spiritual items. You can write books. You can act movies. If you're an actor, act film that will promote African spirituality positively. Sing songs that will promote African spirituality positively. If you can do all these things, it will help and it will give you money. Okay, it will also give you money as well. So you will know that you have something you are doing, and you are also contributing positively. You are not just there, so you are a practitioner and you're doing nothing. If you know you don't have time to do all these things, support people that are doing the work. Okay, if you don't want to support me, support somebody. I always tell people, because we have some very tribal people in Africa, that we say, my tribe people are the only good people. All other tribes are bad people. So if you don't want to buy my book, you don't want to buy spiritual items from me, you don't want to support me, support somebody from your tribe. I will still be happy. As far as you are promoting African spirituality, we are still winning. Okay, but support, do something. If you don't have time, say, oh, I'm too busy, I go to work now, I'm already trapped in the rat race, I cannot escape the rat race anymore. Your children, you can do something for them. Buy books, give to them, tell them the truth, expose them to the truth, then prepare the way for them so that they don't get trapped like you in the rat race. Then if you have any good spiritual person in your village, in your town, you see that they are doing real good work, always remember them. In Christmas time, buy food, go and give them, send them money when they are doing cultural festival, send money to them, support it morally, support it financially. It will give them hope to keep doing the good work. Okay, let them know that they are not alone. Okay, this is how we build our community. Do some good work in your community, or in any capacity you find yourself. Find something you can do to add value to the life of the community. Just be adding value to people's life. This is how we build the community. Don't wait for somebody to tell you or to force you. Just do it. Okay, then if you're a practitioner, find any talent that you have and use it to be promoting. I tell people there are some people that are good in mixing herbs. Start mixing the herbs, using it to treat people or use it to help yourself. And you know how to do soap. Do your African soaps. If it's perfumes, do your spiritual perfumes. Anyone that you are doing, but you must be doing something. Okay, you must find your place inside there. There's a lot of space for all of us. Like me, I do so many things here. I sell spiritual items, and I do soaps, I do jewelries, meditation beads, and I write books, plus YouTube video, of course, and a lot of other things. I also do work for people. I do so many things across the board. So somebody like me, it would be hard for me to suffer from certain things. It's impossible for me to be poor, because I make myself very useful. I wake up very early. While people are still sleeping by 6, 7, I already wake up by 2 o'clock, 3 a.m. in the morning, and I start doing my work. I wake up 3 a.m. every morning, start doing work for people, doing spiritual work, do the YouTube video. Before you wake up by 7 a.m., I'm already waiting for you. In the morning, you're waiting for me in August. I'm already awake since before August, waiting for you since April, according to Kirino. So you need to be ahead of your time. You need to take this thing serious. Okay, it's not doing offering. There's a lot of works to be done. After doing your offering, you still need to do work. Okay, you need to find something useful for your hands to be doing. This is what we give you the money that you are looking for. Okay, so please attach African spirituality to your business ideas. Don't be ashamed. If you shame, hungry will kill you. Okay, if I am ashamed to identify with African spirit, I don't know where I will be right now. And maybe I'll be working one 9 to 5 job, juggling from morning till night. And I like my life now. I have a lot of freedom, time. I control my time. I control my space. So it's very much more important for me. Okay. So these kind of things, life is not all about getting physical money. Wealth can come from good health. Good health is also wealth to me. Peace of mind is also wealth to me. Freedom is also wealth to me. Happiness is wealth to me. Contentment, doing what I like doing is wealth to me. All these are what matters in my life. So you can still do all these things too. If you follow your passion and your talents, it will open many doors for you to be prosperous as a practitioner of African spirituality. We cannot be practicing and also be struggling, especially when I see people that say they have been practicing for 10 years, 20 years, and they are still struggling. I am not happy. I'm not talking for people that just start 2 years ago, 3 years ago. If you have been in this path for 10 years, 20 years, and you still finding it difficult to live life, it means that you have a serious problem. There's a serious problem in your life. Something is correcting. Your practice needs overhauling, or there's serious spiritual problem that needs to be dealt with, serious trauma or imbalance in story that have not been settled. Because for a practitioner, you don't supposed to have those problems. By my calculation, especially when you have been doing it for a long time, you're not supposed to be struggling. Okay, this is the way I see it, because it's pretty much straightforward. It's common sense thing. Okay, you have to apply yourself to get results, and this is the way I see it. This is what African spirituality entails: practical application of solutions for sources or daily living. So I hope that we can be able to take this into consideration, especially people that have been on this path for quite some time. You must find a way to uh, involve yourself in this practice. Expand your practice. Don't be doing only one thing for so many years. You're doing only one thing, repeating. You get tired of repeating the same thing. You must grow. You have to grow. You have to expand. Okay, this is how it works. So I hope that one or two people will get one or two things from this video today. Questions or comments are welcome as usual. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. And of course, for those people that have not gotten my books yet, the books are still here. I have to talk about them. All this is part of advancing African spirituality. People need to know the truth about life. They need to be exposed to the knowledge that will liberate them from the shackles of mental slavery, religious indoctrination, neocolonialism. So this is a plasma physics. This is the hottest thing on African spirituality right now. This book talks about the spirit world, the fourth state of matter, how to assess the spirit world, the nature of this spirit world, how modern man have been able to create devices that can generate or draw power from the spirit world to use in the physical world. This is the creation of thermonuclear fusion plasma devices, some of which are known as nuclear reactors, that draw their energy from the plasma ring to power machines or the power capacitors or engines in this physical world. And they also use it for warfare as well, to create and to destroy. It goes together, negative and positive. All energy source is capable of this. So it is normal. So you want to know about this plasma ring. This is the book that will teach you about the plasma ring, how this science was created, originated, how it is done, and how ancient people discovered this in the time past, and how you can be able to access this gateway with the elements, the natural elements that are in the book. So it's a very powerful book, Plasma Physics, Fourth State of Matter, written by me. You need to know it. If you want to enhance your spiritual development, this is the thing you need now, right now. This is the hottest thing, the most advanced work on plasma physics right now. I'm holding it. Then quantum physics and African spirituality. This one I've been here before. In this book, I talked about the quantum ring, which is made of the physical and spiritual particles of nature. So for you to go to the plasma ring, you must first pass through the quantum ring. So if you want to know plasma physics very well, you must understand quantum physics. So if you have not understand quantum physics here, you have not understand quantum mechanics, quantum entanglements, quantum tunneling, you need to know about it. In this book, I cover topics like time and space travel, negative space, negative time, the wormhole, the black hole, dark matter consciousness, 666. All these are topics that you need to know about as a living human being. Okay, these are the aspects of science that the scientists themselves they don't want you to even know about. Okay, knowledge is power. So these two books go together. This is part one. This is part two. Get these two books, expand your thinking, your horizon, and start preparing for your next incarnation or know something at least. What you don't know now, your mate pass you. So you need to know something. This one, walk in the shadow of the gods. Over 200 spells are here waiting for you. Spells for every aspect of your life, for love, protection, wellness, and different illnesses, how to heal them. This is a very good book. You need to have this book in your arsenal. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. Know your way, not because. Okay, it's an advice. Know thyself, according to the Oracle of Delphi. Know thyself, and you shall know God. This one, Whispers of Amenity, Pathways to Ascension, we help you understand the philosophy, ideology of some major African deities. These are deities representing birth, reincarnation, death, and destruction, prosperity, life, and different aspects of our cosmic being. We need to know ourselves. We need to know what these deities represent, these principles of nature. They are principles that you can't ignore. Whether you like it or not, you must still die. Whether you like it or not, you will still reincarnate. Whether you like it or not, you still have that capacity for construction and deconstruction and reconstruction. It's all inside us. So you better to make peace with yourself. So read this book and balance your skills as an African person. You need to know the truth about our deities. If you from Africa, you don't know anything about any African person, you're just like a Negropian or an oxymoron of a human being. You need to know things. So these books are here designed for you to have knowledge. And once again, knowledge is power. So balance your skills with this book. So Ampo, Anubis, Tehuti, Amen Ra, Set, they are all waiting for you with the knowledge that they have to offer you inside this book. Okay, so these are the 4 books that are now available for sale. Powerful books that will help you transform your knowledge and your understanding of reality and nature. And you can only get this book from here. Okay, get this book and empower. I'm planning to write another one. That one will come out next year. Powerful book too. That would be a very grimoire, powerful grimoire, dark grimoire about dark arts will coming out next year. It's going to be one of the most powerful grimoire that ever come out of Africa. So we'll be waiting for that one. I'm going to compile that one. I've already got the inspiration, and the book is already coming into being. That book will release so many powerful spirits into the physical world. Okay, it's coming next year. Before this time next year, we're going to be seeing dark arts coming out. Okay, to a studio near you, or to a library near you, to a bookshelf near you. Okay, to a channel near you. You're going to see that book. It will come. So please prepare yourself to become part of the movement. Be actively involved in your spiritual practice and development. Study, read, act, create. Use your talent to promote and advance this thing. This is how you can make money from the practice. Okay? So you cannot be suffering in the midst of many. There are many things to do here. I can't do everything alone. We need more teachers. We need more writers. We need more musicians. We need more artists, sculptors. We need more. We don't have enough. So please, anything you are doing, be part of the movement. Okay, be part of the resistance, or how they call it. So whatever the case, I thank you very much for watching. If you want to learn about African spirituality, I have a 6 months program where I teach it from the science to the history, the metaphysics, the science, and the hardcore spirituality. I have all the materials I will teach you. Join my program. My program is very, very intensive, very, very down to earth, and very, very practical. Okay, you will learn a lot of things. Then, if you want to do your Oracle Tarot divination, you can contact me. I do it on this channel. I charge just $50 for that. If you want to buy your spiritual items, your meditation beads, your soaps, your carries, your native shocks, your thunderstone, miracle stone, ishasha, perfumes, everything that have to do with African spirituality, I sell them on this channel as well. So apart from that, I thank you very much. Those people that have been supporting this channel, I'm very, very grateful and delighted, and I continue to thank you. And of course, I'll be seeing you all in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.